right, hello and welcome here to the broadcast of your Post-22 Hardhats at state tournament in their game against the number 3 seeded Yankton Post-12 team. This Hardhats team currently in the losers bracket. They will have to win this game to continue. Same with Yankton. This is a win or go home situation. We do have some better Wi-Fi today, courtesy of our friends at KYN TV. They are still doing a broadcast. If you want to, if this goes down for any reason, go over to their broadcast. They will probably be up the whole game. And so there you go. I'm sure you all can hear me just fine. KYN TV for making this possible that we can have more consistent Wi-Fi that won't drop off. We should be a little bit better. Shouldn't have any pauses too much. This video might not be amazing, but that's just virtue of being here in Yankton. Seems to be a tough place for the whole service thing with anybody. So, welcome here tonight. We have a matchup. Here, let me show you the bracket. So, hello Liam, great to see you. So here's the bracket currently for the state tournament. Those two teams, Harrisburg Gold and Sioux Falls East, representing the SF and the H on there. Those two teams have not played yet, but their matchups are determined because the organizing bodies of this Legion tournament, they believe that you shouldn't have to play the same team again and again. So Harrisburg, when Brookings won this morning, because Brookings already played Sioux Falls East, we knew that Harrisburg, because they have one loss to give, would play against Brookings, and that the winner of this game will play Sioux Falls East, because neither team has played them. So that is going to be the situation there. Sioux Falls East, a 1 seed, yet to lose, but they will play Harrisburg Gold later today. The Hardhats playing Yankton is going to be a tough one of their biggest challenges of the year. On the road, effectively, with Yankton here, they will be representing the home team on the scoreboard. Coach Clapperich won a coin toss for that. That's how it works after the second round, apparently. Something else to take note of in this game, we have the it is currently very hot out here in Yankton, South Dakota. Here are the factors. This is what it looks like right now from a heat factor perspective, all stats from weather.com. The Yankton, South Dakota, today at 5 p.m., the first pitch time is 52% humidity, probably a little bit higher today on the Hardhats. Of course, they also play on turf. To give you a scale of how hot it is here, I will show you this. So, here's the heat factor at 5 p.m. today in all these respective places. Yankton, 95, feels like 105. Miami, Florida, a very humid place in its own right. Currently 88 degrees, feels like 97. And then you've got Las Vegas, Nevada, of course, very well known. It's in the desert. Even though the temperature is 110, there is a good breeze there and 8% humidity. And so it feels even cooler than it does here. So those are your heat perspectives. It's going to be something to play into all this. But we play on. They did delay our game from a 2:30 game to a 5 o'clock because of the extreme heat. It should be coming down the next few days. High of 92 tomorrow and a high of 85 on Championship Saturday. Hardhats need to get there first, though. So there you are. We're going to give you the starting lineups here. So for Yankton, they are going to be the visitors in this game. Left fielder Rugby Ryken will be leading things off. Then shortstop will be 7th. Third baseman Josh Sheldon will be 8th. And right fielder Isaiah Skelhouse will be 9th. And Matthew Sheldon on the mound. Hopefully this is not. It will not. So this would be the last Hardhats game of their season here, but they are guaranteed a spot in the Central Regionals by virtue of hosting the event. So this game, not a possibility of being the only one as the Hardhats play for the rest of the year. The season cannot end today, but it can. The title hopes can. Still shooting for 45. It's the same situation the Hardhats found themselves in last year after losing a second-round game. They fought out of the second losers bracket and came all the way out of it to win it. So there's definitely hope to go. Leading off for the Hardhats is going to be second baseman Aiden Roberts. It's a relatively similar lineup here today with one key switch from yesterday. So second baseman Aiden Roberts leads things off, followed by DH Wyatt Reeder. Right fielder Harry Good will be third. Cleaning up is first baseman Alex Dietrich. Third baseman Hayden Hollick will be batting fifth. Center fielder Ridge Inhofer, he's having a great tourney. He'll be sixth. Then the catcher Philip Benz also having a great tourney will be seventh. And in left field, we've done Zeke and we've done Tate. We're now going to try out Aaron. Aaron Roach will be batting eighth and playing left. And shortstop Wilson Kiefer will be at the 9 hole. Declan Mickley, the young freshman, left-handed freshman for St. Thomas More. He will be on the mound today for the Hardhats. So the first three for the Hardhats: second baseman Aiden Roberts, DH Wyatt Reeder, right fielder Harry Good. The middle three: first baseman Alex Dietrich, third baseman Hayden Hollick, and center fielder Ridge Inhofer. The bottom three: catcher Philip Benz, left fielder Aaron Roach, and shortstop Wilson Kiefer, with Declan Mickley on the mound. So those are yours right now. These teams have played each other twice, both at this stadium this year, in a doubleheader. The Hardhats split that one.
And Kane Clapperidge, assistant for the singing of our national anthem, to be followed by the reading of... Here to sing our star sportsmanship, a member of the South Dakota State American Legion Athletic Commission, the irrepressible John Kirshner.
Good afternoon, fellas. Great day for baseball. I know it's hot. Everybody get loosened up good, especially you pitchers. Well, I'm sure, because I'm pretty loose myself. Thank you again for playing the game. It's greatly appreciated by our organization. So with that, please repeat after me. I will keep the rules. Keep faith in our soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Good luck to both teams. Gentlemen, let's go play some baseball.
All right, we'd like to thank KYN TV here in Yankton for lending us their Wi-Fi partially. I'm not necessarily the closest to the router, if you've noticed some of that, but I also am not allowed in the box to broadcast this game. So that is the situation. We're outside. This is the connection we've got, but it is going to be better than days previous. It is going to be better. On the basis of the fact that we are going to be on their Wi-Fi.
Defensively for the Hardhats, Aaron Roach is in left field. Ridge Inhofer in center. Aaron Roach in left.
All right, there you go.
Harrison Good in right.
So here we are.
Around the infield,
we're going to start off here on the mound for Yankton is going to be Matthew Sheldon, the strikeout break master lefty. Declan Mickley is going to be on the mound against the Yankton lineup.
Sheldon, Oswald, and Reichen, McCorkle. Sheldon.
So Yankton gets to go first in the top of the first here. Thank you all for tuning in today for be a tough one. Hardhats on the road against the number 3 team in the state, the team that they split with earlier. And this 47 and 22 team proved that they were vulnerable to teams that they lost to earlier in the year after losing to Brookings in the opening game of this tournament. But like I said, last year they found themselves at this exact game with the same situation. And they ended up winning, and winning. All the way to the state title, number 44 for the program. So there you go. Declan Mickley going to start things out here for the Hardhats. All right, here we are. So, Post 22 Hardhats getting ready for the biggest game of the year thus to date. They've got to channel some of that firecracker energy they brought, or you could even say the the Gopher Classic energy. If they just lose one game like they did in the Gopher Classic, where they went 4-1, they would also win state.
Leading off the top of the first for Yankton,
heading for number 44. Here we go.
Rugby Reichen.
Rugby Reichen going to lead this things off. He is a two-sport athlete going into his freshman year at Mount Marty University. First pitch is a ball. Wait, no, called strike. For, if you're wondering, yes, his name is spelled like the sport rugby. And no doubt inspired by it. So 2-2 count. Mickley gives him one that's floated into right. It will get down. So a leadoff single for Riken will get Yankton on the board in the hits column, and we get things out for them. So down in the count, Riken able to work a hit.
Now batting shortstop number 4, Drew Riken.
All right, so Drew Riken now up. Not the brother of rugby, cousin actually. All related though. He is also going to Mount Marty. He of the Rikens that is going to be playing baseball at Mount Marty. All three of them. All right, put out a social media post. We are all good. And Palmer Jacobs against them earlier at June 20th. A bunt put down. It's pretty hard. It'll go foul. Good work there from Hayden Hollick. He waits on it to go foul, and he will let it settle. Taken back just a little bit high. That would have landed in a couple other people's zones I can think of, but Drew Riken not necessarily the highest zone out of anybody here. Drew Riken went 1 for 5 in the series against the Hardhats earlier this year. Pickoff attempt, not in time to get rugby. Hardhats need to play like their season depends on it. No chances, nothing left up to chance. And this has to be their best baseball for the next couple days. That's skied into left. Roach going underneath it. He will get it. So out number 1 is recorded on a routine fly out to left. And Drew Riken goes down. Delivered at the upper part of the zone. We've got all-star umps from all around the state. West River, East River, the whole deal. So we're going to get some of the best umping we'll see all year here in the state tournament. Throwback is not in time. Mickley just kind of checking out on him. Mickley does have 4 pickoffs this year. Hasn't gotten one in about a month, though. He pretends to take off, swing and a miss. Are they going to get him? No. But Drew Riken, or Rugby Riken, takes an extra step, thinks he might take off, does not, and a swing and a miss, gets strike number 2. Riken stays put. So 1-2 now to the batter. Kampshoff lines that one up into right, and on the track, Good will make the grab. So 2 outs now, both on fly balls. Maybe not the best idea to get the fly ball thing going. This is a very small stadium in dimensions. It's 324 to left, 355 to center, and 325 to right. The deepest part of this park is in left and right center, 16, which is only 351. But navigating these batters in the top of the order is Declan Mickley. Fouled the ball off there, so it's 0-1. Also has a brother. That being said, Matthew Sheldon went 2 for 5 against the Hardhats in his series, batted .400 against them. So he's got a taste for Rapid City blood, one might say. So an 0-1 count here to Sheldon, taken low. So 1-1. Sheldon, the cleanup man with the man on, trying to put Yankton on the board. A tale of 2 different games the Hardhats have played so far. Riken takes off. It's in the dirt. No play will be made. So a stolen base from Rugby Riken will advance him into scoring position. Philip Bentz was 0 for 3 on stealing attempts, on catching people stealing in the first time these guys played. So a 2-1 count. Pitch. So that's going to be flared into right. Good. Doesn't get it. It'll drop. Riken's coming home. The cutoff man. It's going to go straight to the plate. Not in time! And the ball is lost. They're going to throw to second. Not in time either. So the first run comes in on a single from Matthew Sheldon. Yankton takes. Like I said, this is a tale of two very different games. Nobody scored in the first either team in the game against Brookings that they lost 5-4. That's taken low. Good job grabbing it out of the dirt by Phillip Bentz. So 1-1 count now here to the batter, Cody Oswald. Oswald did not. Run comes across on a 2-out single by Lucas Campshaw. By Matthew Sheldon. And Yankton, post 12, takes an early lead, 1-0. Hardhats will get their chance to respond here in the bottom of the inning.
No hard hat errors and 1 runner left. 20 pitches for Mickley in the first inning. 20 pitches.
So, in that inning for Yankton, 2 hits, 1 run. That run was earned to the pitcher Mickley.
You could join us tonight.
No errors.
For games
and 1 man is left on base. Here's 1-0. Hardhats will get their turn. The top of the order is due up. It's Aiden Roberts, Wyatt Reeder, and Harry Good.
The concession stand is offering free freezies to all kids in attendance. Free freezies to all children today.
Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for being such a great fan base to me all year at Hardhats TV. I've had a blast. This is not going to be the end, not only because the Hardhats, I personally believe, have it in them to win this game, but also because we are guaranteed a spot in the Central Plains region, which Hardhats TV will be broadcasting every game of by virtue of the fact that we are hosting that region. That starts August 2nd, goes through the 6th. That'll be the top teams from Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, and Minnesota for the Central Plains region. You're not going to want to miss that, August 2nd through 6th. That's under a week away.
Yankton defensively, Rugby Ryken in left. Cody Oswald in center. And
so Aiden Roberts going to lead us off here.
Around the infield, Josh Sheldon at third. Drew Ryken at short.
Roberts had a good game yesterday.
Second.
Also batted .500 against this Yankton team when he was here in June.
The starting pitcher, Matthew Sheldon.
He was brand new as well at that point.
Roberts, Reeder, and Good. Dietrich, Pollock, and Inhofer.
This was just his third series of the year when he came up here, and he batted .500. Of course, now the Expo call-up is batting leadoff. Hoping the service is somewhat better for you guys. I believe it should be. We did get help from KYN TV, who offered to tag us a ride, or let us hitch a ride on their broadcast. Aiden Roberts going to take the first hacks of the day. That's a strike right down Main Street, delivered by the pitcher from Matthew Sheldon. 1-1 count. It's smacked up the middle over to short. Handled cleanly. Roberts giving it his all. He will not get there in time. So an out is recorded. A routine 6-4 ground out to start off the game for the Hardhats. It'll bring up Wyatt Reeder. Reeder yet to face this Yankton team. He was not healthy. He had some back problems or growth plate issues.
Designated hitter, number 18,
it was hip stuff.
Reeder.
I think it was some sort of growth plate issue for most of the year. Since then, he's been fantastic, batting over 400 this year as a hard hat, taken high. The 15-year-old with talent, and then talent on top of that. I mean, he seems to be one of the best hard hats going forward for this program. So good at such a young age. 1-0, that's a strike. Nope. Yeah, that is a strike, so 1-1. I thought that was delivered at the right place. It was indeed. So now as we look at a 1-1 count for Wyatt Reeder. Sheldon, curveball, doesn't hit the zone. He misses a little. Well, 2-1. A curveball finds the edge there, freezes Reeder, and now we're looking at a 2-2 count. Outside. And that'll put one man on with
walks.
Very good. Very good.
14,
was
Harrison Good.
Incredibly, this Yankton team earlier this year. He went 4 for 7, 2 RBIs, and a pair of steals. 307 team, which has since been eliminated from the tournament. And then they lost 16-4 in a mercy ruling with some of their best pitchers on the mound against number 2, Harrisburg Gold. That is high and inside, nearly hits Good. He ducks out the way. So it's a 2-0 count. Smacked up the middle, it will go to second. The flip to short is in time. The throw also in time. So a double play recorded to end the inning for Yankton. The Hardhats put up none in the first. They went to the top of the second, trailing 1-0.
Rapid City in the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no Yankton errors, and no runners left. 12 pitches for Sheldon in the first inning. 12 pitches. Earlier on today, Brookings
so the top 3 are taken down
2 in 6
for
innings.
the Hardhats.
So Brookings has advanced to the final 4
Mac
tomorrow.
Riken will lead off this inning, the last of the 3 Rikens. This Mac Riken will be playing basketball at Mount Marty.
One more game remaining tonight. It will start no earlier than
Yankton
7:30.
won the basketball Class A state championship, or whatever the qualification is for that. I believe it's Class A.
The winner of this game
they
will
won
play
the state
tomorrow.
championship this year on the back of all those Rikens.
The winner will play
In a
It'll be
very
either
senior-laden
4:30
camp.
or 7 o'clock. We won't know that till the
so, yeah,
late game
many of
tonight
them
goes final. We do
very
know whoever
good
wins tonight's
in the
game between
basketball,
Harrisburg and Sioux Falls East. That team will play the
side of
final
things.
game tomorrow night.
Drew Riken trying to keep things going here. Yankton with an early lead. Mickley, not necessarily a bad thing so far. He's just allowed a pair of bloopers into right.
For Yankton, second baseman number 3, Mac Riken.
So Mac Riken here, he went 0 for 5 with a walk and a run in his first Hardhat series earlier this year. First pitch is popped away. That'll be foul ball 0-1. Pitch here from Mickley. That's inside. Make it 1-1. Good side. They've evened it out so far this game to go skyward. Singles, flyouts. Those are the only ways record outs or let anything happen. No Ks so far, uncharacteristic for the young lefty. So it's a 1-0 count now here for Mickley. Mickley arm, and the man will take his base. So exchange of brews for 90 feet, and Jace McCorkle will take first. It'll bring up Josh pitching and got that RBI single earlier. Josh Sheldon, just like his brother, went 2 for 5 with a walk. The same with stat line over the series against the Hardhats earlier this year. This Yankton team, like I said, 16-4 blowout last night to Harrisburg Gold.
Equals 22 Hardhats. The cleanup batter, number 27, first baseman Alex Dietrich.
So Dietrich now up to lead. 2-1 count. That's at the knees, and that'll also be low. So a hit that has gotten out of the infield, but it doesn't matter. He has been getting hits, bunt singles, normal singles, hustle singles. 15-4 through 6 innings. That's a strike. And now we look at a 1-1. Philip Bentz. Pitcher delivers. And called strike 3 on Philip Bentz, and that'll. We enter the 3rd inning. Hardhats still trail by just 1 run, 1-0.
The second, no runs on no hits. There were no Yankton errors, and 1 runner left.
Hardhats can't seem to get something going here, but this is do or die time. The loser goes home. The winner moves on. Number 45 is what the Hardhats have been after all season, and they need to notice. Well, they need to the game. They need to play their best baseball right here, right now, to win this game against Yankton, or they're headed home tomorrow. knowing that they left it on the board, not even getting close to sniffing that title. Hardhats were out of the losers bracket and win last year. After an early loss, got them in this exact same game. On day 3, they were in the losers bracket, and they got all the way around, won it all that time. In the driver's seat right now.
Number 12, Rugby Riken.
Rugby Riken leading off this inning again. He had a leadoff single into right his first time. He also came around to score, the lone run on the scoreboard at the moment. Mickley, first pitch, taken inside for a ball. So it's a 1-0 count now here to Rugby. Rugby Riken plays all the sports. Maybe not rugby, I don't think that's offered at Yankton High School. Strike, nope, ball. Take it inside, so Mickley misses his first 2. Riken stands there unimpressed. A little bit of a breeze coming in now. That's skied into center. It's not going to have a lot of juice. In hope for underneath it, and out is made. So, first fly out to center happens. The 5th fly out, or the 6th fly out of this game so far. A lot of high balls being forced by Declan Mickley.
Shortstop number 4,
all the guys
Drew
getting underneath
Riken.
them. So, Drew Riken now up. Riken with the fly out earlier today. And 1 out on the board, nobody on. That's fouled away as well. So, fought off. Strike. The junior. Tell me where you all are watching this from. I know several parents made their way out here, but that's not a possibility for everybody, of course. I know there's grandparents from all around the country tuning in. I'd like to see where you all are tuning in from here to watch the state tournament go on.
Leading off the bottom of the 23, Aaron Roach.
We are at Riverside Field here in Yankton, and Aaron Roach will lead things off. Roach batted over 500 for the first half of this year, has been struggling since. Taken high, nope, strike. So 0-1 count here for Aaron. Aaron had trouble with strikeouts lately, but he's been getting good at hits. A good leadoff man in this situation, taken high. He is the 3rd left fielder shown by this Hardhats team. They brought Zeke Farley in, batted him 8th, then Tate Crossway, and now Aaron Roach. So his 3rd left fielder. They've been toying with that position. Torby not satisfied. That's a beautiful curveball. Finds its way, hangs in the middle rack of the aisle, and that'll be strike number 2. So now we look at a 1-2 count here to Aaron Roach. Delivery from Sheldon, swing and a miss. So the strikeout's not held off by Aaron Roach there. He succumbs to what he's been struggling with the second half of this year. And that'll be out number 1. Behind that one. 0-1 count. Inside. Remember, all games here on Hardhats TV broadcast are going to be archived on the YouTube channel. They will be going up later today. If you're trying to see it in better coverage, that's hit into right. It will drop. A single from Wilson Keeper, and the Hardhats get their first hit of the game. They break the drought and bring up the top of the order. That's a big hit. The Hardhats, it only took them an inning or 2.5 innings to do it, but they got their first man on bases via single or via any sort of hit, and it'll bring up the second baseman leadoff man, Aiden Roberts.
The leadoff batter for the Hardhats, number 10, second baseman Aiden Roberts.
A flurry of contact about to come in here for Yankton between Roberts and Reeder. That's lined to the left. So a second single in a row. The Hardhats starting to string together some hits. The throw is offline, nothing far enough away to move anybody. And so now, McCorkle now up. He got hit by a pitch, got all the way to second. This lefty on righty matchup, not advantageous to Mickley, though he's used to pitching to righties anyways. It shouldn't be that much different. So an 0-1, outside, 1-1. Rules of platooning would say you'd put more lefties in the lineup here. Cody Oswald, the only one I've seen of a left-handed variety for Yankton. They might not have too many, though. So 1-1 with 2 outs here. McCorkle takes a strike right down Main Street. So it's 1-2 count now. Mickley, not even nibbling. He is just pounding the middle of the zone and getting swings and misses from these guys. The 1-2 count, taken in the dirt, a skipper to home will be a ball, so 2-2 count. Mickley struck out a man to end the last inning. If he can get a 1-2-3 here, it would continue his great day of pitching he's put together. Mickley fouled off. So reaching out across the plate and getting just a piece of it is Jace McCorkle. Two-two count. The pitch. That's just a little bit in. So full count. Mickley having trouble getting this final strike call. Last time he did that though, with the final strike call, he sped one right past Mac Ryken to get the K, just the last at bat. So payoff pitch, the stretch, he goes. That'll be low. So a walk to Jace McCorkle. A lot of pitches spent there. They're going to come. The coach, Clapperidge, going to come talk to his starter. It's cooled off a little. That wind definitely helping. About a 14-mile-per-hour wind coming in from center. Also going to help with the Hardhats here. At least, you know, when they're trying to keep it a
now batting for Yankton, third baseman number 6.
They haven't hit anything very. And Alex Dietrich there. McCorkle nearly caught. He took a little bit of a jump, thinking the ball would get past the fence. It did not. So it's a 1-0 count. Bauer. Two-0 count. In the dirt, 3 straight balls delivered here to Josh Sheldon. Hardhats, Mickley just needs to get out of this inning. I see Coach Torby standing at the edge of the bullpen or the dugout here. No margin for error in this elimination game at State. 3-0. Mickley throws one in the dirt. That's in a walk. So that's a couple straight wild pitches. Put another man on. He just needs one more out. Coach Torby going to keep him out there. Does not have anything to give in terms of
base on balls brings up the right
pitching
fielder, number 14,
visit.
Isaiah Skelhouse.
So a 4-pitch walk shown. 2 men on now, vote by a walk, and it'll bring up Isaiah Skelhouse, the 9-hole hitter with 2 outs, 2 men on. The throw gets through the legs of Bentz. Bentz having to contend with a lot of wild pitches here. The next wild pitch could be a scoring one. Yankton just getting here as the Hardhats. Alex Dietrich going to have a talk here with his pitcher. Mickley clearly wild at the moment. You don't want to give away a game. You don't want to give away a run in a game like this because the other team didn't have to do anything. Currently, they don't have to do anything right now against Mickley. They're just writing what he gives them. 1-0. In the dirt, so 2-0. Mickley just keeps on missing. That's 6 straight balls for Mickley. Hardhats just holding on, trying to see if they can get one more out with their starter. 2-0. There's a strike. So, after 6 balls in a row, he throws 1 strike. Now we look at a 2-1 count. Starting to get into Skelhouse. Skelhouse might have to swing at something soon. That's in the dirt. Bentz keeps it in front of him. Good work from Phil, but it is 3-1. Every wild pitch gets more dangerous as this 1-run game could turn into 2 or 3 with the wrong throw. 3-1 count. Mickley needs to find the zone. Isaiah Skelhouse trying to bring in more for Yankton. That's a strike. And so we go to a full count. Mickley delivers top left part of the zone from the batter's perspective. And now full count to Declan Mickley. The delivery. That's fouled off. A strike was delivered there, but catching up to it is Skelhouse. So we continue here. A full count. He stranded the man on third last time by getting Skellhouse to line into a play at second. Strikes out. Pitch. Outside. 2-1. A 2-1 count now for Rugby Riken. Two-1 count here for Jaden Moreno. Men on first and second. 2 outs. Just needs to get out of this nightmare inning for the Hardhats. Now, in pursuit of number 45 here at the South Dakota State Tournament. First pitch strike from Jaden Moreno. Finds the zone. A 1 count here to the cleanup man and pitcher Matthew Sheldon. That's hit. A hanging curveball is caught.
Oswald.
He will have a slight advantage against the pitcher Moreno. Umpire unable to make the one-handed grab out there in foul territory. First pitch, foul ball, strike 1. Thank you all for tuning in here today for Hardhats TV. I'm Oliver Fell. Enjoyed bringing you games all year. Hardhats on the brink of the end of their season. Strike also at the top of the zone. So Moreno delivering pretty well here. Dealing, one may say. Oswald standing still, watching 2 strikes hit the zone. Swing and a miss! So a 3-pitch strikeout from Jaden Moreno will be out number 2. Moreno taking control of this game so far, or taking control of the game this inning. That's his second strikeout swinging of the
second baseman number 3, Matt
outing.
Riken.
So Mac Riken now up. He's 0 for 2. The only Riken without a hit. Swing and a miss on strike 1. That slider goes all the way across the plate. And Mac Riken stretches out trying to get it. Comes up empty. So now an 0-1 count for Moreno. Curveball low and outside. 1-1 count. Riken, a combined 0 for 7 across all games against the Hardhats this year. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Moreno now leads. He's looking for a 1-2-3 inning. The pitching, like I said, for the Hardhats, not been bad. Though those 3 runs that came in under Moreno's watch in the last inning, definitely bad for the comeback chances. Beautiful curveball finds the zone, and that's a K. So Moreno, 1-2-3, they go down. A masterful inning of work the wall, and that'll be the 5th.
For Yankton in the top of the 5th, no runs, no hits, no hard hat errors, no runners left.
So no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no errors, nobody left on.
24 pitches.
That was only a 9-pitch inning for Jaden Moreno. A pair of 3-pitch strikeouts doing the work there, the heavy lifting. And it's still 4-0. Hardhats have 3 more offensive frames.
Cool by stopping by the Yankton area
the doomsday clock on their season ticking at 11:52 right now. It is getting dangerously close to exploding the bomb that is the end of their time here at the state tournament.
Optimist Club, it's a wonderful deal as they support many youth programs.
Aaron Roach, Wilson Kiefer, and Aiden Roberts are the duo.
KYN TV. You can search KYN TV.
Coming out for his 5th inning of work, pitching a shutout so far, Matthew Sheldon. You can
also search for them on YouTube. Check them out. KYN TV, live or archive video of every game of the tournament.
This game will be uploaded later tonight. I'm starting to cool off a little, but still an extremely hot day out here. Hardhats definitely not helped by their hard-shelled hats they wear in the field. Those have got to be burning hot right now compared to felt
for the Hardhats, number
cloth
23,
hats.
left fielder Aaron Roach.
Not felt, but and Wilson Kiefer now up.
Shortstop number 15, Wilson Kiefer.
A pair of Rikens defending the middle. Drew plays short, Mac plays second. Called strike at the top of the zone for Wilson Kiefer. Kiefer got the first hit of the game for the Hardhats in the 3rd inning, but was left on second base. A light tap to that one will be a foul ball. So now down in the count, 0-2. Wilson Kiefer trying to come through. Not guaranteed another at-bat this season. Swing and a miss. Sheldon mows him down. That's K number 3 for Matthew Sheldon on the day. And he has made quick work. Hardhats down to their final 7 outs of the game. Trailing by quite a bit here by 4 runs.
Roberts.
And with Sheldon pitching like this, it doesn't look like an end's in sight to this. They're just going to have to adapt. High pitch taken for ball 1 by Roberts. Roberts 1 for 2 on the day. He does have a single directly after Kiefer's single. The only time Hardhats have gotten hits in this game, and they were consecutive. A very wild pitch goes high there. Maybe lost a little grip, some of the sweat from his hand doing something. Yeah, he's going to go touch up the rosin bag a little, making sure that he keeps that hand dry and grippy. That one slipped a little. So now we're looking at a 2-0 count. That's taken a little bit high again. So now down 3-0. And Aiden Roberts on the verge of a walk would bring up Wyatt Reeder in the the on-deck circle. A strike delivered right down Main Street. We'll keep that from happening, at least for one more pitch. 3-1. That's another strike right down Main Street. Sheldon delivering and locating when he wants to. But he does have a walk.
The designated hitter, number 18, Wyatt Reeder.
On deck is the 2022 state tournament. Hardhats need should be a swing and a miss. He reaches for 1. They pull the string. Sheldon pulls the string out on him, and it'll be 1-2. 2 outs. Hardhats need something to come through one of these times, and this might be his moment. That's strike 3. Sheldon challenges him with a fastball right down the middle. So Sheldon through 5 innings of shutout ball, and we enter the second to last frame. Yankton up 4-0.
71 pitches for Matthew Sheldon.
No hits, no runs, no earned runs, no errors. 1 man left on. Sheldon putting together an incredible pitching performance here for Yankton today. He has been nigh untouchable. Only allowed 2 hits over 5 shutout innings. Jaden Moreno had a 1-2-3 inning his last time. He'll try to build on that. He will face the bottom of the order. McCorkle, Sheldon, and Skillhouse. Sheldon and Skillhouse. Man, you look back at that 4th inning and see how crucial it was. Both those hits from the Rikens. Drew, even just a 2-run game, have that second one not been scored. That's a doable thing to do in 1 or 2 innings.
For Yankton begins with the catcher, number 15.
Hit from Jace McCorkle. Stops the hearts of a few Hardhats fans here for a moment, and that'll be out number 1.
Baseman number 6, Josh Sheldon.
Sheldon Mickley last time, that's his first strike he's seen in a couple of innings. The last time he did see some strikes, though, he did strike out swinging. Taken high. Sioux Falls East now showed up. They're watching. The number 1 seed will play the winner of this game tomorrow night. Inside. 2-1 count. That's smacked, and Hollick handles it. Throw to first in time. So 2 outs now. Jaden Moreno retired the last 6 in order. From Moreno. Moreno not usually pitching this long, but he does have 7 innings under his belt when he pitched a complete gamer against Sheridan in the College World Series tournament. That's popped up. Bentz should be able to make the play. He is not able to do so. It swirls and falls right back behind him, and so that'll be harmlessly into foul territory. And coming on back will be the batter, Skellhouse. It'll be a 1-1 count to him. So that could have been the end of the inning. Instead, we fight on. The ball swirled back around and behind Benz. I've seen him make that catch 1 or 2 times, but more times than not, that's not catchable. 1-1. Taken low. It's something to note, though. After a pop-up like that, you're probably adding a lot of different kind of spin that'll move in the air. 2-1. Inside. Low. 3-1. A walk would bring up the leadoff man, Reichen. Reichen with a pair of singles and a run, as well as an RBI today. That's a strike. So Moreno locates. Now we go outs here in the top of the 6th. Second walk of the day. And it'll bring up Rugby Reichen. Reichen with a pair of singles on the day. He's 2 for 3. And on deck, Drew Reichen brought in 2 men with a single of his own last time. Harrisburg Gold now showing up for their game later. I believe they're supposed to set. Roberts holds the tag, and that'll be the end of the inning. So caught stealing is Isaiah Skellhouse. A 2-4 put out will be the end of things. Yankton has no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no errors. Nobody left on base. And Jade Moreno on 37 pitches, nothing to be worried about. Just go, you got to pitch whatever you got to do to win this game now. And coming out for his 6th inning of work, pitching a masterpiece so far, is the pitcher, Matthew Sheldon. He's gone through 5, just allowing 2 hits, which happened in succession in the 3rd inning from the Hardhats. He'll face I would argue, the best part of this, well, at least the most power-filled part of this lineup. Very good, Alex Dietrich and Hayden Hollick, the big arms. Being asked to step up here. Combined, they are 0 for 6 in this game against Matthew Sheldon. Sheldon was not shown against the Hardhats in their 2-game series earlier this year. The man who got ripped up yesterday, that being Skellhouse, was the one who pitched the 7-inning, 2-run win, complete game win against the Hardhats in their split back in June. Trying to get something to work. He pulls back a bunt as one hits the dirt. So now we go to 1-0. Harry showing bunt. He's been kind of unsuccessful on his bunts, I'd say, so far. Taken high. So it's a 2-0 count. A walk as good as a single to lead things off here. The Hardhats just need to start getting runners. Another high one. Sheldon nibbling away and missing for the 3rd straight time. He's now down 3-0 in the count. Good. Takes a strike at the top of the zone. So it's a 3-1 count. Sheldon able to locate on that one. Don't want to hang anything too juicy for Harry, though. That's a strike as well. So Sheldon pounds a fastball in the zone. He's come back from the 3-0 count. We run full. Last time he went to a full count, he walked Aiden Roberts. Sheldon with 4 strikeouts on the day, though, including 1 to end off the last inning. That is high. Very good. Unfazed, unimpressed by that payoff pitch. He will head to first, and the leadoff man is aboard for the first time this game.
Now batting first baseman.
That's a huge step for the Hardhats.
Dietrich.
Dietrich now up. He takes walks sometimes. He did take 3 in a game one time against Maple Grove. Outside pitch. Where after getting the first 2 out, he walked 3 on and 3 came across. This is what the Hardhats capitalized on against Harrisburg Maroon yesterday in their 6 and 5-run innings. They had very few hits in either of those innings, but had plenty of walks and hit by pitches. Dietrich 0 for 2 in the game, trying to come through here. The cleanup man just needs to be another guy. He's taken a lot of hit by pitches this year, though. For the big righty that crowds the plate, swing and a miss at one very high. Can't be one that Torby likes there. When you're ahead 2-0 in the count and you swing at one. But he saw something he wanted. It was not there. It was a high pitch. That's low. So now a 3-1 count. Dietrich, filled with poise, looking at a 3-1. Hardhats down to their final 6 outs of the season. That's also in the dirt. Sheldon walks 2. So the Hardhats get 2 men on to start off this inning. No guarantee of runs, but this is definitely the kind of thing you want to happen.
Third baseman number 20.
So Good is now on second.
Pollock.
And Hollick is on first. Dietrich's on first. Hayden Hollick, the RBI master, the manager, going to come out for Yankton, come talk to his pitcher. I doubt they're going to pull him. He's only on about 85 pitches, and he is been pitching a shutout through 5. There is some warm-up action in the bullpen, though. This is a must-win game for Yankton. They don't want to play any games, but right now I would keep Sheldon in just on the basis of how good he's been over the course of this whole thing. He's let guys on multiple times, even as far as second base. Never allowed him even further than that. Stranded everybody he's faced so far, which has been 5 runners over 5 innings. So the mound visit. The umpire he is the pitcher of record. He did more than his part in this elimination game, and coming out of the bullpen now, a reliever for Yankton.
Your attention, please. Defensive changes for Yankton.
Another righty.
Moving from the mound to second base is number 16, Matthew Sheldon.
So Sheldon will move to second.
Number 16, Sheldon, now playing second base. Moving from second base to right field is number 3, Mac Ryken. Number 3, Mac Ryken moves to right field. And now pitching for Yankton, number 19, Mark Cottle. Number 19, Mark Cottle now pitching. He will bat in the number 9 spot in the order. Sheldon goes to second, Ryken to right. Cottle, the new pitcher. And Matthew Sheldon through 82 pitches. 82 pitches.
So Mark Cathell entering the game. Sheldon will stay in the lineup. He'll move to second base. And now moving into right will be the previous second baseman, Mac Ryken. And that'll mean that Isaiah Skellhouse has left the game for Cathell batting ninth. Hayden Hollick still got the same pressure on him. Nobody out, 2 men on. Hardhats in desperate need of runs. They don't have to do it all in an inning, but they need to do something in this inning. 2 runs would get you halfway there. It's not ideal, but it's progress. Just the 1 would at least prove that you could score. But they will be facing a new pitcher for the first time, which you might be saying, that doesn't sound like a good thing. It might be. Sheldon has been shutting down this Hardhats lineup all game. There are 2 men on, nobody out in this elimination game. The magic needs to be found. Here comes Hayden Hollick. He's had a really tough tournament, leaving a lot of guys on in clutch situations. Maybe now he overcomes that and comes through. That's a strike. Never mind, ball. I thought that might have been a strike on the edge of the plate. It was not. So 1-0. Cathell. Checking on the runner. Checking on Good. Time called and issued. That's going to be Kampshoff running into foul territory, unable to get it. It went out of play. So 1-1 count now here for the Hardhats. Hayden Hollick, a big situation in this game. Cathell throws in the dirt. Able to sit on it is going to be Hayden Hollick. He's unimpressed with that pitch. Will ask for another. The throw over the pitcher's head. Good, not moving anywhere though. Not far enough away to do something. Maybe if he already had a lead or something, then he might take off, but you don't do that when you're just doing a routine throw back to the pitcher. Did see somebody score on that earlier this year, but they were on third. So a 2-1 count. Cathel gives one that's popped up, should be playable. The third baseman coming in on it, calling for it, and making the out. Third baseman Josh Sheldon gets the first out of the inning. Hayden Hollick now 0 for 3. And it'll bring up Ridge Inhofer. Inhofer, the kind of guy you want up right now. A pair of walks to his name.
Number 22,
both of those were against the old
Ridge
pitcher Sheldon,
Inhofer.
though. Inhofer with 6 walks on the tourney so far. He has been, doing a small marathon. With 1 out, 2 men on. He smacks one softly over to the pitcher. He will just go to first. He will get the out. So out number 2. Cathel making good use of his, doing good work so far. And so Philip Bentz being asked to come through in the big moment. He's got 2 runners in scoring position. If the Hardhats fail to score these, it'll almost certainly spell doom on their season. Yankton going to be riding the arm of Mark Cathel, trying to see if he can get out of this. It would do a great job in assuring them of something. That was a hanging ball. Bentz had a good job swinging at. He went a little bit underneath. Cottle? Cottle? Okay, Cottle. Sorry, thank you. So 0-1. Fouled off. It should be playable. The first baseman, Kampshoff, no. It will go out of play. It tailed outside. It looked playable for a moment. So now down in the count 0-2 is Philip Bentz. He's known as a fighter. He'll turn 0-2s into 4-2s. And first AB Phil being asked upon. He's been hitting great this tourney with four singles. He smacks one. Should be soft over to short. Reichen gets it. Throw to first. Not in time! Riking a single out is Philip Bentz, and the Hardhats are on the board.
RBI single for Philip Bentz.
Philip Bentz, that is the same kind of hustle single that he's put up all hit of this tournament. Batting over 500, and the first run comes across for the Hardhats. That is a big hit from Philip Bentz. Now the runner still on third is going to be Alex Dietrich, and Aaron Roach being asked upon. He's looking for his first hit of the tourney. He's been struggling with K's lately. He flew out to to lead off the last inning. He smacks one in the deep left. It's going to the wall, on the track, and caught. Wow. So it's caught there on the warning track by the Yankton left fielder. That is Robbie Reichen. That looked like it could have tied things up. It comes up about 15 feet short. And so going into the final frame of this game, the Hardhats put up 1, and they now trail 4-1. Man, I thought I just saw something crazy there.
For Cottle, 9 pitches. Your attention, please.
So to recap
now
that inning
pitching for Rapid City, number 12, Lee Negebauer.
Lee Negebauer now coming out for the Hardhats.
12,
so to recap
Negebauer,
for the Hardhats, they get 1 hit. They do score 1 run. It is earned to the old pitcher Sheldon, so he does not get a shutout. No errors. 2 men left on, and it is 1-4. That is progress. Hardhats have made 6 walk-offs this year, including a 5-run comeback against Lincoln Southwest and the veterans, and a 4-run comeback against Cheyenne. So with their backs against the wall, they've been able to do it, but never in a situation this high. I guess in the Firecracker Championship, they were down by just 1 run, made a 2-run homer to walk it off. Pitch with no earned runs. And how many Ks? Did he get 4? No, he just got 3. So now facing the top of the order, Rugby Reichen will lead things off. Reichen having a great day at the plate so far. He is 2 for 3 on the day. Lee Negebauer, the lefty, coming in. Hardhats went lefty, righty, lefty on their pitchers today. Strike. Strike. No, ball. Slightly high, so now behind in the count is Lee Negebauer. Reichen, a walk as good as a single here in the leadoff position. Trying to extend this lead, put it out of reach for Yankton. Ensure themselves a game tomorrow night. Strike. No, yeah, it was strike. So base, full count now to the leadoff man, Rugby Reichen. Lee Negebauer, the payoff. Leaned into and fouled off. So we're looking at a full count still. Fought off there by Reichen, 12 on 12. Negebauer and Reichen. That was a strike nonetheless. That was a good, strong fastball by Lee, but Reichen was able to catch up to it. Full count again. The payoff right to the short is. So it'll go down as an error on Wilson
Number
Keeper.
4, Drew Reichen.
That ball was a liner straight with some speed at Wilson Keeper. He lowered his glove slightly too much. It bounced off the top of it. Drew Reichen put out his bat there for a bunt, hit it wary foul, so now 0-1. So the first man gets on. That could be a problem here. The error from Dom McKnight at short may have cost the Hardhats a double play that could have ended the inning and gotten them a win against Brookings in the first time here. Another shortstop error might be their undoing in this one. So 0-1 to Drew Reichen. Reichen 1 for 3 with a hit, or 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Pickoff attempt not in time. Rugby Reichen gets back. It was a very convincing fake throw though. He really didn't turn his head until the last moment for Lee Negebauer. He's a lefty. He can just stare at the first base without having any problems. Bunt shown, put down. Negebauer cleanly fields it. Underhand to first in time, so the sac bunt successful. It'll advance Drew Rugby Reichen over to second. Yankton just gunning for that one run that they can score here. They think one more run, nullifying the last inning, should be good enough. And I have to agree. They are definitely looking at a better situation
Sacrifice
right
bunt
now.
by Reichen brings up the first baseman, number 10, Lucas Kampschoff.
Hardhats definitely pinned into a corner here with the end of their season in sight. They will play in the regional, the national regional anyways, by virtue of hosting. That's a swing and a miss. Fastball down the middle gets Kampschoff. Kampschoff 1 for 3 on the. Interesting thing about this game, it's been straight singles for every team. Great job there from. Of the 8 hits here today, all of them one basers. Man, I really thought that Aaron Roach one was heading out. There is some wind coming in from center, but I don't think that would have been enough to keep it in the yard. That's lined. It will get through. Way to the wall and left. Rugby Reichen will come in. 1 run will score. The throw from Roach over to the cutoff man and a double. Just as I'm talking about, it's all singles. Yankton gives themselves another insurance run with a double from Lucas Kampschoff, his second hit of the day. And Yankton now leads 5-1. Able to get a piece of it. Pitch for Matthew Sheldon. Sheldon putting up an incredible performance here today for Yankton. Yankton post 12. Owing him a great amount of gratitude, just a little bit up and outside, so we look at a 2-2. Sioux Falls East watching, they'll play the winner. Hardhats do have the advantage being in the bottom of the inning. They do have a lot of walk-offs this year, but that doesn't change anything else. That is a strike. Blown out into right. Good has it. He has a cannon. He makes the grab. He will throw to third. That is a good throw. Not enough. A little bit off target. So out. So now Kampschoff sits on third, and Cody Oswald is up to bat for Yankton. He is 0 for 3.
11, Cody Oswald.
He has been the first, second, and third outs of innings. But a single here would make up for all of it, I think. So Negebauer trying to get out of some trouble. Negatron on the mound, delivers a strike. First pitch strike. So 0-1, he gets ahead in the count. Pitch, low for a ball. Just a little. Thank you all for tuning in to Hardhats TV. I'm Oliver Fell. The curveball finds the zone right down the middle, so a 1-2 count. Four runs is a lot to come back from, but the Hardhats are going to have to try to do so. They try to keep it not 5. A high curveball will miss the zone. We're going 2-2 now. Hardhats season holding on by a thread. Yankton looking like they might extend theirs at the riverfront field. That goes down. Vince thought he had it, then thought he didn't, and then realized he kind of did. So we go to a full count now against Oswald. Oswald has a strikeout in this game. He does not have a walk. Some clapping going on, getting everybody excited. The payoff pitch, Negebauer out of the stretch. Ball, a little bit wide. So now runners on the corners with 2 outs. Negebauer not able to get the out there. And as every run matters, as they've only got 3 outs to come through with back, not in time. So it's still 1-0. 1-0 to Mac Reichen. Mac Reichen is the lone Reichen without a hit today. He has 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking, 1 to Moreno and 1 to Mickley. Another ball in. So Negebauer down in the count, 3-0. He does have a base to give, but he would be bringing up Jace McCorkle, who's gotten on base 2 out of 3 times. 2-0. So Lee will be pulled. 1 error on Wilson Kiefer, and there were 3 men left on. The doomsday clock. It's 11:59. 59. Double play turns into nothing.
21, Dominic McKnight.
Runners on first and second. Dom McKnight taking his first swing of the day. McKnight, good at the bunts, good at the singles. He's a contact hitter at heart with a very fast set of legs. He puts down a bunt. It's going to be handled by Cattle. Underhand to first in time. The first out recorded. That is a blow to the Hardhats. Not able to get a single, but the runners advanced. The thing is, he needed a hit there. A productive out doesn't do too much when you trail by 5. Getting those 2 runs closer makes a 6-3 loss even a little bit easier, but it doesn't do anything else. Swing and a miss from Harry. Hardhats down to their final 2 outs of the year. 0-1 count. Harrison good. He hits one hard into deep left center. Remaining on a sacrifice fly from Harry Good. That needed to land. That was good contact. The Hardhats do score 1, but they need to put up 5, or they need to put up 4. Fouled off. The gang needs to keep on watching for walks more than anything else. They need base runners. They are nowhere close to this comeback. The man at home would represent the second, or they would still be that's need. Hardhats season flashing before their eyes. With 1 out here in an elimination game at the state tournament, could they be knocked out so soon? Not with the Hardhats in vision. They have the 2nd best overall record of anybody in this tourney and won 17 of their last 13 entering. Popped up, that could be it. The 3rd baseman coming in, catcher. Torvey gets out the way, and it's in and out of the glove of the catcher. The Hardhats live on. So a 2-2 count now. McCorkle It bounced in, it bounced out, and that will allow the inning to continue. Sees him flash before their eyes. Glad it wasn't the third baseman, because then they might have called some manager interference. The catcher was never impeded in any way. Hardhats are guaranteed to play a little bit more. They'll play in the state regional they'll play in the national regionals by virtue of hosting. They are guaranteed to be in that. That will be August 2nd. But they are not ready to give up yet. Swung on and grounded up the line. It will just go foul.